The word death in English means, like there's a certain finality to it. But the word misa in Hebrew that really means that the soul has been removed to a world of eternity.
Just moving to another place. And the neshama, the soul, continues. You shed your physical garment, your body, but your neshama, which is you, continues to live. You are not your physical body, you are your soul. The body is just dust, it decays, it disintegrates.
The soul goes up to be with God, to be in an eternal place. Unfortunately, Jewish people sometimes wonder if Judaism believes in the life after death, or do we believe in heaven or hell? Well, what really happened there, of course, is the whole idea that something's going to happen after you die is entirely Jewish. But Christians really ran with it, and because they ran with it, made a very big deal about it. Jews said, oh, well, if Christians believe in it, then we don't believe in it. You cannot enter this place unless first the sins have been purged. And that's what this place, Gehenna, does. That's its function. And you cannot enter the Olam Haba, the world to come, where righteous people are sitting and they're enjoying the Shekhinah, the presence of God, with crowns on their heads, as our sages tell us. These, of course, are allegorical terms, but you cannot enter this place unless first the sins have been purged.
The mourner's prayer, which is not even the mourner's prayer. It really says, Yisgadal v'Yisgadal Shemei Rabat, that the Almighty's name should be magnified and sanctified in this world. That means somebody has left, some unique instrument has left the orchestra of life, and somebody else now has to chime in. The child, who's the extension of that parent, who's now the hands and the feet of that particular person, has to come in and fill in that void and fill in that space that's been left by this person who can no longer add to the glory of the Almighty in this world.
So when the child after death starts talking and crying out about the holiness and sanctity of God, it has an enormous impact on the soul of the deceased.
Every year on the Yarzeit, but the soul has the ability to create like a salary review, like how is this person doing? Did they create spiritual nourishment in this world that continues, or are they finished? Right? The biggest tragedy is when a person left nothing behind, left no legacy. The good news is that the children, the people who are left behind, have the ability with their own free will to help not only themselves and to plant the seeds for their future, but also to help people who have left this world, who are also longing for spiritual nourishment.
Reincarnation is essentially that spiritual energy doesn't die. It evolves one stage to the next. You can come back as another human being. You can come back as another form of life. And if God wants you to know what kind of life you lived in your previous life, He'll let you know. The key is to figure out how to live your life right now.
When one of the 7 closest relatives dies, mother, father, sister, brother, son, daughter, spouse, a person becomes a moneen. So you're not allowed to pray, you don't put on tefillin, you don't go to shul, you're not counted to a minyan. First thing is to spend all your efforts to make sure that the burial preparations are done correctly. It's called the tahara, where they treat the body with utmost sanctity, or very often volunteers wash the body very gingerly, very tenderly, very lovingly, and dress them in the dress that all human beings wear. Simple white shrouds. Everybody is equal in death. A simple pine coffin. Wealth doesn't mean anything before God.